See, question number 4, exercise 7.1. Here we are given three coordinates 5 comma minus 2, 6 comma 4 and 7 comma minus 2, and we have to find out whether these are vertices of an isosceles triangle. Now if you remember, what are isosceles triangles? Isosceles triangles are triangles in which two sides are equal. So what we need to do is find out the distances. So let us assume this is PQR or ABC, that's up to you. So here we have assumed as PQR. So first I'm going to find out the distance between P and Q, okay, using distance formula. So that is x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, right? So here I am finding out the distance here. So this will become 6 minus 5 whole square. 4 minus of minus 2, that will become plus 2. So that's why we get the answer here as root 37. Then I'm going to find the distance between 6, 4 and 7 minus 2. Right, here we are getting the distance as root 37. And you can find out the distance from A to C also, right, or P to R in this case. 7 minus 5 whole square minus 2 plus 2 whole square. So minus 2 and plus 2 is getting cancelled. 7 minus 5, you get 2. 2 square is 4. Root 4 we get 2. So what do we observe here? We find that the value of PQ and QR are equal. So what is the conclusion? That if two sides are equal, the figure is isosceles. Then in question number 5, you are given this is a classroom with 4 friends sitting. This is a grid by which we can find out the coordinates. So coordinates of A is what? 3, 4. Coordinates of B is 6, 7. Coordinate of C is 9, 4. And coordinate of D is 6, 1. So we are getting all these 4 coordinates, right? Now once we get the 4 coordinates, the question is, there is a discussion between two people. One person is saying that it is a square, okay, and the other person is disagreeing with that. So we have to find out what is true, who is speaking the truth. So we are going to find out the distance from A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A. First we'll find the 4 distances, then we'll find the length of the diagonals. So first I'm finding out the distance from A to B. I'm getting 3 root 2. Then I'm finding distance from B to C. I'm getting 3 root 2. Then we are going to find out the distance from C to D, that is coming 3 root 2. Distance from D to A, that is also coming 3 root 2. So what is the conclusion? That all sides are equal. So at this stage, when all sides are equal, it could be a square or rhombus. We don't know what is what. It could be a square or a rhombus. So we are going to find out the length of the diagonals. So length of the diagonals is AC and BD, both we get root 36, that is 6. So since diagonals are also equal, we can say that it is definitely a square, because rhombus sides are equal but diagonals are unequal. So conclusion is that it is a square. And in question number 6 is same. You have to find out what is the type of quadrilateral. So 4 coordinates are given. So what are we going to do? We are going to find out distance from A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A, and then also find the length of the diagonals. So conclusion, if all the sides are equal and diagonals are equal, it will become a square. If all sides are equal and diagonals are unequal, then it becomes a rhombus. If opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal, then it's a rectangle. If opposite sides are equal and diagonals are unequal, then it becomes a parallelogram. So all these 3 parts we can find out by using distance formula, and by using distance formula you can conclude whether it's a parallelogram or whether it's a rectangle or whether it is a square or whether it is a rhombus, etc. Right? In question number 7, find a point on the x-axis which is equidistant from 2, minus 5 and minus 2, 9. You have to find a point on the x-axis. So what is a point on the x-axis? Now if you take a graph, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Any point on the x-axis is assumed as x, 0. Okay, any point on the x-axis is assumed as x, 0. And any point on the y-axis is 0, y. So here we are assuming this point as x, 0. Now question is, what is the point on the x-axis? Equidistant from 2, minus 5. So there is a point 2, minus 5 and another point minus 2, 9. Minus 2, 9. So what is the value of x such that this distance and this distance are equal, right? So first I'm going to find out the distance from x, 0 to 2, minus 5. Then I'm going to find out the distance from x, 0 and minus 2, 9, and then we'll equate it. So Let us assume that this is AB and this is AC. So first I'm using the distance from AB. So using distance formula, x minus 2 whole square, right, and 0 plus 5 whole square equal to distance from A to C, x plus 2 whole square and 0 minus 9 whole square, right? And I'm squaring both sides, so root gets cancelled, so that's why we are getting only the square part. Now when you open this, you get a minus b whole square identity, a square plus b square minus 2ab, 5 square is 25. Here it is a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, and minus 9 square we are getting 81. And what happens is that the x square is getting cancelled from both sides, plus 4 is getting cancelled from both sides, so we get minus 8x, because this plus 4 comes this side, minus 8x is equal to 25 goes this side, minus 25 we get 56. So x value we get negative 7. So value of x we get, so what is the point on the x-axis? The point on the x-axis is minus 7 comma 0. The next question, find the value of y for which the distance between P and Q is 10. Already the two coordinates are given, P and Q, and the distance between them is already given 10. So how can we find the distance between this? 10 minus 2 whole square and y plus 3 whole square root is 10. To remove the root, we are squaring both sides. When we square both sides, the root will go away, and 10 square we are going to get 100, right? And you are opening this bracket by using identity a square plus b square plus 2ab. And when we solve this, you will get a quadratic. You have already done quadratic, so this can be solved by splitting the middle term. So the middle term splitting will be 9 minus 3, and therefore you get the values of y as minus 9 or positive 3. Now both these answers are correct, because in coordinate geometry we can have positive answers as well as negative answers. So question was find the values of y. So values of y are minus 9 or 3, right? Then in question number 9, 0 comma 1 is equidistant from 5 comma minus 3 and x comma 6. Find the value of x and the distance of QR and PR. So Q is equidistant from P and R. So that means distance of Q to P and distance of Q to R are equal. So again, distance formula we are applying from Q to P. So we get 5 minus 0 whole square and minus 3 minus 1 whole square. Then we are applying distance formula from Q to R, x minus 0 whole square and 6 minus 1 whole square. And then since we have squared it, the root is not there. Root goes away and we get x value here. X square is 16. So x will be root of plus 16, that is plus minus 4. So here we have to take two cases, as can be positive 4 or negative 4, right? So first we are taking x as positive 4. Find out the distance between QR. Okay, by using distance formula you get root 41, right? Then we are finding out the distance between PR using x as 4. You are getting root 82. Here we are putting the value of x as negative 4. You are getting root 41. So QR distance will not change. Whether you take positive 4 or negative 4, both answers you will get root 41. But in the value of PR, if you take positive 4, you are getting root 82. And if you are taking negative 4, then you will get 9 root 2. So there's a difference here. So the possible answers we will get in this same root 41, and here the PR values will change. And the last question, find a relation between x comma y such that the point x comma y is equidistant from 3 comma 6 and minus 3 comma 4. So what is given is that this point x comma y is equidistant to these 2 points. So if this is A, B, C, A, B and AC are equal, again squared so that the roots go away. So distance from AB, so x minus 3 whole square, y minus 6 whole square, and AC, x minus or minus 3, that will become x plus 3 whole square and y minus 4 whole square. Now we are solving this by opening the identity. We are applying the identity a minus b whole square here and applying a plus b whole square here. So what happens here is that the x square and y square is getting cancelled, and you are bringing all the x terms on one side and the y terms also on one side, constant also on one side. So when you collect the like terms, you will get an equation minus 12x, minus 12 and plus 8 you get minus 4y, 36 minus 16, you get 20. And you can take 4 common in this, or minus 4 common, so you will get 3x plus y minus 5 is 0. And whatever we take common, that goes below 0, so 0 by anything is 0. So we get this equation. And this cannot be solved further, okay, because the question was not to find xy, the question was to find the equation. So we get the equation as 3x plus y minus 5 equal to 0.